Hello, my name is Pablo Urbano, and today we're going to talk about power-ups based on an energy bar, and how do they affect gameplay, decision making, and what's the mechanics behind it. Across multiple games of different genres, we can see a trend, or a trope, this one being the toggleable power-up based on an energy bar. Especially, we're going to talk about Kingdom of Amalur as well as God of War of 2018. In both games, we can appreciate a power-up bar that is filled each time the player receives damage, deals damage, or kills an enemy. When the bar is filled, the player can activate a power-up mode, gaining speed, damage, and resistance for a short period of time. In Kingdom of Amalur, the power-up bar is called the Reckoning Bar, which is located on the top left corner of the HUD, just below the health bar, but above the mana bar. This is made purposely to remind the player that Reckoning mode is one of the most important mechanics in game, and as explained before, it's filled by completing certain criteria in the game. We can deal damage, receive damage, or kill enemies, all of them with different amounts of energy to give to the bar. When the bar is filled, the player enters the Reckoning mode, which allows the player to deal great amounts of damage with each attack. What's unique about the Reckoning mode is that if the player defeats an enemy, the player receives the option to finish the enemy with a flamboyant finishing move that gives the player a small quick event to complete in order to gain more experience. Also, when the Reckoning mode is activated, the enemies surrounding the player will get knocked down for a few seconds so the player can attack and defeat them easier. In God of War, the power-up bar is called the Rage Bar. This one, as in Kingdom of Amalur, is filled by the same criteria, that is, to deal damage, receive damage, and kill the enemies. What makes unique God of War's Spartan Rage to Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning mode is what happens when activated. In the case of God of War, the Spartan Rage changes the incoming damage to the Rage Bar instead of the Health Bar, while it grants him a bonus damage, a slight speed boost, and increasing his health for every damage he delivers to his enemies. It drains over time, and attacks depleted even faster. The Rage Bar is always located in this case in the low left corner of the HUD, below the health bar, to communicate the player the importance of the mechanic. The last thing I want to talk about is how does the power-up bar shapes the games we discussed. In both games, this mechanic has been appraised by the critics as a good way to deliver a more action that is also meaningful. In both cases, we can see that the idea behind it is to make the player feel unstoppable and highly capable in the combat department.